Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the Exosonic Show. More adventures in Blender. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to do some Blender work here. We're going to work with polygons, and we're gonna create the inside of a robot, of a mech, of a battle suit. So let's see how that goes. That's pretty exciting. So let's see how far we can get with that. How's it going, everyone? Good morning, good night, wherever you are. It's pretty early in the morning here, but that's the way I like it. I like starting to do constructive things, especially things for the Lord. That's early in the morning. That's good stuff. Okay, without further, let's jump right into game art, game design, 3D modeling, drawing, all that in Blender. Let's go. Hey, here we are in Blizzy Blender. Okay, so let's see what we could do here. Okay, so one thing I wanted to get is poses in here. So let's see if we could get that happening. Alright, here we are. We have some actions. There's a rest pose. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I want this to be a pose. And I clicked over here. Oh, actually, that's my pose. Okay, that's cool. Let's see if this works. Let's make that an asset. Mark as asset. Okay. Go on assigned. Okay, I'm gonna put her back to this pose and then click on this. No, you see, she's supposed to snap into the pose. It's not working. Let's go back again. You know what? I might end up having to. You know what? I could copy all the bone. Okay, maybe that's the thing. Okay, let's go here. Okay. Oh, here we go. Relax pose to breakdown. Push from breakdown. Okay, here we go. Copy pose. We're gonna copy this, right? Let's go into the pose position and let's see if we can paste the pose in. Paste pose. No. Why? Okay, let's see here. Push pose from breakdown. Relax pose to breakdown. What does breakdown mean? There was more things in here at one point, and I don't know what Blender did. It's not in here anymore. There was like a whole pose thing and all that sort of stuff. Let's go into bones and see if we find it. Okay, it's not in constraint. Let's go into bones. Bandy bones, relationships. Yeah, this is not like pose to pose. It should be this, right? So bone collections, we don't need that. Right, motion paths, we don't need that. Display, okay, we already displayed. Inverse kinematics, don't need that right now. Selection set. Okay, so I think the selection set is on the bone, right? So you know, you could color the bones a certain way, and this is what I want here, the animation, right? Rest pose, and this is click a new animation. Right, I don't want to have to go into the animation thing, but maybe I have to. Let's go here, tools. Let's see what they have here. View. rotations, animation, break operations. Okay, so this is animation layers. We don't need this. Asset sketcher, don't need that. Edit, and this edit is for B surfaces. I have a couple plugins installed here on Blender. Okay, secret. Oh, this is a secret paint thing. Okay. Okay, let's keep this up. Pose options. Okay. I should. You should be able to copy a one pose from the next. Okay, it's selected. Oh, maybe that's why. Copy pose. Oh, not that one. I want to copy the reset one. Okay. Copy pose. Paste. Paste pose. Yeah, it's not doing it. It doesn't really reset. There's a way to get a reset into the actual pose itself. So let's see if we can do that. Reset. Pose, right? These are all the different things here. Okay, here we go. Apply pose as reset pose. Apply selected to reset pose. Visually transform to pose. Okay, assign custom property value. Okay, we don't want any of that. Apply pose to reset as reset pose. We don't want this, right? Copy selected as reset pose. Blend pose with reset pose. Okay, we don't have push pose from breakdown, relax pose, pose breakdown. Blend pose with reset pose. Okay, let's see. Let's just do that. No keyframes to slide between. Okay, that's what's going on. I'm gonna delete this because it's a little, this reset posting. Delete that. Okay. I mean, obviously I could like pose it or whatever it is. I'm just trying to get a reset. I want this to be a separate pose and I want the reset pose to be a separate pose, right? So she's in this pose. What pose is this? I'm gonna have to bring up the keys. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's split it that way. And we don't need these in here. Delete that. Delete that. Let's keep things clean. Okay. Much better. Okay, so actually what we really want is the animation. Why is this? Okay. So let's come here. What I really want is animation. Non-linear animation. Yeah. Alright, these are where the poses are on. You can push the poses and that kind of thing. But you really want to go in the dope sheet and then change the dope sheet to the action editor. That's really what you want, the action editor. The action editor and the curve editor is the two main things for like animation in Blender. So let's keep it like this here. Let's see what we could do. Okay, I want to save this as a pose. So go new. Right. Alright, call this fancy pose. Let's keep it all lowercase. Right. Yeah, we want to insert keyframes here. Insert keyframe. Actually, insert keyframes for everything. Oh. Why are we in 0? Let's go 1. Let's keep it clean. Okay. So this is a fancy pose. Right, I'm gonna save that there, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, so we want another pose, right? So keeping this fancy. So to make another pose, just double click on this this icon that looks like two pages here in Blender. Alright, so we made another pose, but it's like duplicated it. It's fine. So we're gonna, instead of fancy pose, we're gonna call this rest. Alright. That's the rest pose. But I want it to be different, right? So go into the reset pose. We're gonna come in here, select all these vertices, delete them. I want to make sure and select everything here. I'm going to try now, guys. So let's come in here and go insert keyframe. I want that to be a reset, this pose here. There is a way to do it. Rest pose. I don't know what this thing is. Let's click that. Oh, what is that? You see, no, this is different. Armature? Oh, are we assigning it to different things? Is that what it is? Oh, it's a pose, and this is, oh yeah, I remember this is something new in Blender. Just go back to fancy pose. Oh, so fancy pose is to armature. So we're assigning it to different armatures. So the slot identifies which subset of the action is considered to be of this data block, and its name is used to find the right slot to assign an action. I think that's what that is. So this is fancy pose. Let's go back. Rest pose. Oh man, there's a way to push the rest pose to this. I might have to reset all the bones. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. So, alright, if we don't, okay. So obviously it's not happening, right? So I'm just gonna reset, zero out everything. How can we do that here manually? I don't know. Clear motion parts, update all motions, reveal, clear user transform. Yo!
Patissa just followed.
What's up? What up, Patissa? What Patissa? What's up? Thanks for following. Is that Japanese? Okay, so I'm gonna reset all. Wait a minute. Are all these reset already? Look at all my transforms here. Okay, let's select that boom. Oh, okay, here we go. There you go. We want to zero all those out, I'm thinking. Okay, let's select that. Let's see if we could do that. Clear user transforms. I think that's something different, right? I'm gonna come in here. Let's try with the single bone. Clear user transforms. Clear user transforms. Yeah, that's not doing what I think it should be doing. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and select everything. Let's get rid of the keyframes. And let's just do this manually. I just want to see something work. So let's start with a head. Let's zero that out. Okay, so obviously that's wrong. Her head is like the head is like go flying all over the place. And you know what? Let's view this in like some sort of color so we could see it, right? I'm gonna hide the bot for now, because we're working on her. And let's zero her out, right? So let's see, zero out that. 0, 0, 0 on that. That might be 1, maybe? What? 1? Okay, so I obviously, yep, I think that might be it, guys. So I'm going to 1 and then 0. I have to manually do this. Okie dokie. Okay, we're getting there. It's not perfect though. Let me look at the reset pose. If I click on reset. Whoa, excuse me guys. That's actually my alarm to wake up. Sorry about that. So we got that. Oh, okay, so it is 0 and 1. Okay. That's the reset pose, and this is 0 and 1, 0 and 1. We're getting there. Yeah, for sure. Let me try to do multiple things. So I select these two things, and I think if you hold Alt, and then you come in here and you go 0, enter, 0, enter, 0, enter. Let's see. Okay, this might be working. Okay. It's like that, that. Let's go 1 on that. Okay. Let's select a bunch now and see if that works. Okay. So I'm gonna hold Alt. I'm gonna select this as an anchor. Hold Alt. Let's go 0 in here. I think this might be working, guys. Okay, don't get too excited, Nick. Let's do it. 0. Alt might be the answer. Who would have thunk it? Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's zeroed out. Yeah, boy. Okay, let's do the whole body. Let's go. Let's do the whole body. Let's go. Okay. Hold Alt. Click in here. 1. Let's go 0 here. 0 there. Oh. 0 there. Success! We got it, guys. We got it. Yeah, definitely. This zeroed her out. Now we could apply this as a rest pose in pose. As a, yeah, we could apply this right now. So I'm going to select everything, you know, and hey, by the way, thanks for following. And ex Nikki want to say hello also to you. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead. Good morning, Nick. Good morning, ex Nikki. Oh, I'm gonna apply. Go to insert. Okay, so here we are. We inserted the keyframe. Ah, finally, there we go. So let's see. So we got 2. We got a fancy pose. So if I click on the fancy pose, she should go all fancy. Let's go fancy pose. Oh, look. We got it, guys. Okay, I want to hide all the names of things because we don't need that for this. Let's go ahead visually. Let's go into the bones. Hold on. Maybe up in here. Viewport display. Let's get rid of names. Okay, that's good. Keep it stick. Okay, bone color. Everything is fine. All right. So it's a fancy pose, and if we of course go into just regular reset pose, yes, and then we should have this. We should apply these as assets. Mark as assets, right? So they're in here. That is so cool. Why is it so far? Why doesn't Blender render this stuff a little closer? I think there's a way to come in here and tell it to let's regenerate a preview. If I zoom in like that, let's regenerate that. It does what it wants. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we got that. I mean, can you... Let's see. Render active object. Is that... Oh, it's rendering... You know what it's doing? It's rendering the thing. So let's change this. Hold on. Object. Let's do this. Render active object. Let's try that again. Yes. Why is it doing her upside down though? Is this object flipped? Oh, the rotation is 90 degrees on the object? What? Let's fix that. Like when did that happen? So I'm gonna go ahead and fix that right now. Right, Control A. Rotate location, rotation and scale. Yeah, you don't want any rotations on the game object. Unless I did it for like a particular reason. I can't think of a reason I would have done that, but yeah, we're just gonna. Why aren't we seeing the wireframe for? Oh, we are seeing the wireframe for our face. Okay, let's redo it. Let's come in here and let's render selected object. This is so cool. Render active object. Yes, there she is. We'll work with that. You know, we're not gonna give it too many things. I'm just gonna work with this. Okay, so we probably actually want her in the pose. Let's see if we could do that. So this is a rest pose, okay, and this is a fancy pose. Fancy. Okay, and then let's keep her there, and let's do a render. Render active. Yes, look, it has the poses. Oh, yes. Blender is making sense. Okay, so let's go ahead and select that. If you double click on this, we'll give her the pose. This is how we do it. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. And this is hot. Applying the armature. So we should be able to have a different armature and just apply the pose to that armature. That's nuts. I wonder. I'm gonna test that out. So if I duplicate this, hold on. Why is this not in? Why is this isn't that 0, 0? Okay. Armature. Why is this shifted? That's weird. Anywho's, let's just test out my Terry here. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. Bring this armature over here. So this is a different name. This is armature 01. So I'm just gonna go ahead and select this. So this is telling me the armature fancy. So this is oh, did it duplicate it? What? Let's do that. Why did it duplicate the actions? Because I duplicated the armature? I'm gonna get rid of that, delete that. Okay. So we got this here. Instead of going brand new, I just wanna put that on that. So let's make this fancy. Oh man, why is it saying armature on here? What is this slot then? I don't get it. Let's see. What is this slot actually doing? Name of the slot for display in the user interface. This name combines. Oh, what? No. Value armature. The slot identifies which subset of the action is considered to be for this data block. Okay. And its name is used to find the right slot when assigning to an action. Like, what? What are they talking about? We're gonna have to watch a tutorial on that. What are they talking about? I have no clue. The subset of the action of the what? Okay. So this is... I don't understand why... What is this? This is not doing the right thing. Anywho's. Okay, so if I click on this, it gives me this thing here. If I click on this has nothing on there. So if I go new, I go new here. Okay, so here we are. Oh. So this is literally tied to that. What? I can't pick and choose? I can pick and choose here. Fancy. But wow, it doesn't... What? Okay, I'm gonna have to look at the tutorial what Blender is trying to mean with that new thing there. Okay, that is confusing. Okay, anyways, we got this. This shouldn't be like this. This should be directly in the middle. So I'm gonna go back into pose mode. And this is a root bone right here. Let's zero out this root bone. Yeah, this shouldn't be moved at all. There we go. This is what this should look like. Right? Let's go ahead here and replace keyframes. Okay. This is the rest pose. Right? Moses in fancy. We'll get there. We'll get there. Just trying to fix it. Okay, replace keys and okay, so I got that. Okay, let's delete these and do them over. Clear asset. Clear asset. Let's unassign. Okay, so these are unassigned. Oh, okay, that's cool. So I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna hit I again to insert keyframe. Okay, so the keyframe is inserted and it's all updated. Right, and this is the rest pose. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead with the rest pose here and mark as asset. Okay, so that's marked as an asset. Let's go to the fancy pose now. Okay, here we are with a fancy pose. I'm gonna select this point here and just make sure it's on 0, 0. Yeah, it is. So it's gonna go ahead and select all that. And yeah, that's already set. So fancy pose, we're gonna save this as asset. Mark as asset. Okay, so they're back looking pretty good. In object mode, I'm gonna select this. And here, I'm just gonna render active object preview as fancy. Select that. Let's go back to rest. Right, perfect. She's not sliding all over the place. And then I'm gonna go ahead and come here, rest pose, render active object. Okay, so we got it now. We got it. Okay, so if I can select this amateur, you go like that. Double click on that. She's fancy. That she's normal. Okay, now we could actually continue to what we wanted to actually do. Let's unhide the robot. Oh, not that one. We don't want. I mean, this is cool, but no. Let's get that. Okay, let's get the interior, right? And let's hide the back of this because we don't. For now, right? We don't need that. We just need the front here. Okay. I'm gonna make these pose things a little small. As a matter of fact, these could almost be side by side. Cool thing about Blender, you could just do that. Right? You could just split that like that. Go here, make this into the dope sheet, and then from the dope sheet, action editor, and oh, yeah, we could get rid of the one in the bottom. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. Zoinks. Zoinks. All we need is the first keyframe. So. That's all we need. Oh, and we could give this stuff a description. Alright, we don't have to do all that. Okay. Not forward. Okay, now we could pose her into what we want. Hooray! Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. This is gonna be cool.
You're too smart for me, sister.
Oh yeah, X-Nikki? I don't know, guys. You think X-Nikki look a little low down there? She should be pulled. Let's move her up a bit. I think she looks a little weird right there. Hold on. Let's slide her up a little bit. Oh yeah, that's better. There we go. Sneaky, you were hiding. There we go. Alright. That's all better. Okay, so let's get this done. Let's see what just regular. Yeah. So we could just pose it like this. We don't need to see fancy colors. But nah, I'll put the colors on. It's all good. It's all good. Alright. So she's in this suit. Okay, let's put her in the middle. So it's really to do with the x-axis. Right. You see, no, this is still not lined up. I mean, look at this. She should be dead. I mean, like, center on this thing. Let's see something. 0. Okay, so that's fine. Why isn't she complete? Why isn't everything 100% on the nose? Because she's slightly shifted in the actual thing. Oh, look at that. No. Do we have like animation on? Hold on, guys. I gotta see something here. Why is this laying a keyframe down? This animation on is off. Okay. Anyway, whatever. There was a keyframe being laid down. I was like, what? Don't do that. Okay, so she's actually not in the center. Look at that. Okay, I gotta go to wireframe. I'll show you guys what I mean. Like her, like bone is not. She's off. She's off center. Let's fix that. If I go into rest pose, what happens? Rest pose, she's dead. Okay, rest pose, she's like, oops, in the center. Okay, we gotta fix that. Alright, so I'm gonna go back here into the pose mode, because that's where she's off centered. Yeah, you could see it. And then, oh man. Rest, so this is the rest pose. Okay, I see the location here is kind of messed up, so you kind of want the location to be like that. Bam, she's in the center now. I select all the points. Oh boy. Where is my keyframes? Did I delete all the keyframes by deleting that one keyframe? Yeah, see, look at this one. This one is like all kinds of crazy. I wonder, hold on. Just want to see something. Yeah. Yep. There's a lot of resetting that has to happen here. I'm gonna select everything. I'm gonna hold Alt down. Put 0 in that. Enter. Alt 0. Enter. Alt 0. Enter. Okay. Hopefully I haven't like destroyed anything in any major way. Okay. Let's just see. Okay, she's think she's zeroed, completely zeroed out now. Oh, finally. Let's select everything here. And she's supposed to have a keyframe. There you go. This all the keyframe is laid out right there. And this is the rest pose. So I just want to update the, so it's gonna remove. I don't know if it's updated. Let's clear asset. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna apply asset. Mark as asset. Okay. All right. So she should be back on track now. Let's go back into wireframe here. I'm just gonna hide the bot for a minute. Okay, so truly she's really fixed now. Okay, I'm going to render this here. Let's render active object. Okay. Okay, so now truly, if I select this and I double click here, she's gonna pose. Double click there, she's on completely dead center 0. Okay, so let's go back. I'm gonna go back into let's unhide the bot. Okay, now we could pose her right into whatever pose we want. Woo. Okay, so this pose is a pose of her like actually inside of the suit operation pose, right? So this is a rest pose. I'm gonna duplicate this. Okay, this is what we're gonna start posing her from. Let's go into pose mode here. Yeah, I don't think you just click new and make a new one. Oh, you could, I mean, yeah, that's called new action, and that's called new action. Okay, so this, okay, we have a new action now. All right, so I'm gonna call it operation pose or pilot pose. That's probably better, pilot, because she's a pilot. She's piloting the suit. Okay, here we go. So now, I mean, if you're doing everything, just leave everything on 0 and 1 or 1, and you just start posing your character, and that's easy. You know, just it's all about rotations, right? So you just start to rotate stuff. Okay, so she's in this thing, and it's uncomfortable. Let's see. I mean, can I do X? Yeah. Whoa, that's, yeah. That's hard, man. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't have to be 100%. It just has to be kind of close. I mean, this is really uncomfortable for a real person, but you know, it's a game. See, now I could actually pull her back, and we're just gonna just keep posing her until it makes sense. Where's the back base of this? Let's show that. Where's the back of this? So this is interior. Okay, I just want to make sure she's actually in here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this back base and just visualize that as something different, because I want to be able to see her. So I'm gonna visualize it as a wireframe or something. It's a textured wire. This back part here. Oh, I'm visualizing the wrong thing. Let's go texture again. What's this? Okay, here we go. Oh, does it only want to visualize it in here? Do, 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 do. Oh, you know why I have, that's the, okay, go back here. Texture. Okay, I have the wrong thing selected. Come out of pose mode first, in neck, and let's go back into here. Let's do this. Okay, here we go. That's more like it. Okay, wire. There we go. I just want to, yeah, see that's wire. Okay, that's all we need. Okay, let's get back to that. Okay, so we good to go. You just have to make sure and go into a pose mode and continue posing her out. Okay, let's clear her body away from that. I mean, there's enough room inside for that. Okay, she's cleared. That's better. Alright, so I'm just going to go into full screen mode here. Let's just raise this up a little bit, raise the shoulders up a bit. I mean, ideally I would love for her like body to like, her arms to be directly in the middle of what this is. But I'll completely change the way that she's inside of here. So the suit is not, I mean, the suit would probably need to be adjusted, right? To kind of help, you know, like the whole top here probably needs to come down and a bunch of different things need to happen. And, you know, I mean, we could still do that, right? We could still do that. Nothing is stopping. Nothing is stopping us from doing that. So this is in piloting mode. Let's go like that. This is more about the bone, posing the bone. That's what this is about, than anything. Let's see here. Yeah, as you can see, as I do that, like this would need adjustments in the model. Like you'd have to like come in here and do like some weight painting. Okay. Let's do a roll like that. A little bit of a roll. Come on, stop it. A bit of a roll. As you can see, this is really impractical. It's like, no, that's not how that works. Okay, okay, so unlike what I'm thinking in my head, like her arm can't come down in here, right? It can't like angle back in here. So the controls has to be in the shoulders, which makes sense. Because the shoulders are big balls. Okay. So that there kind of makes sense of it. Alright, so let's organize her. Let's organize her to have the controls in the shoulders, you know. Necessity is the mother of invention. I think that's what they say. Come on. And believe it or not, in movies and in games they cheat a lot with this kind of stuff. Just so that you know, you can keep like superheroic proportions and stuff like that. You know, just so that you know. Okay, let's go ahead in local space and just rotate all this stuff. Okay. Let's give it a little back problem here. Points. Let's give it a little rotation there. Oh. Straight like this. This kind of give us some corrective back thing here. Should probably want to do like more like that. Yep. Head. Come on, you stop it. It's so touchy. But it's so good that Blender is that responsive. Okay, I'm about to just like say whatever, just get your hands in there. So maybe it's the other way. Okay, so there's controls in the shoulders, right? So it's just like that. Okay, we need to shorten this. Can't be that extended out. Go like that. Uncomfortable. Like, who designed this thing? Believe it or not, so when I designed it, I actually took a model of her and placed it in here, and it worked out somehow. But then as time progressed, you know, things shift, and you know, just try to get the superhero proportions and just kind of like, and just sometimes the smallest tweak could throw things off, and that's kind of probably what I'm thinking is happening here. Right, so in truth and in fact, like what you would actually do is to not actually have a model of her actual hands in here. You're gonna probably have a cut off model, you know, but it's all good. If we could get some, her hands in here, that's good. I think we can. Hold on. Okay, let's rotate this up now. We have ample. Oh, there you go. That's it. That's how she's controlling the mech. Let's see if we could extend this back. Oh, nope. Yeah, she needs to make that fist, or else. All right, let's have her grab some controls. So what you need to do is to do like this right here, individual origins. She makes that fist. That's a rudimentary fist, not a good one where we, you know. I am going to, let's see here. Let's see what we got. Hold on, guys. The wireframes. Okay. I'm gonna turn the wireframes off of these things and let's keep them on this object. Okay, so this is her inside. Okay, let's go to the top view here. And let's go into wireframe mode. Like, who designed this? I could barely get my arms in. I have to do like an eagle spread to get my arms in here. Oh, I think we might have something. This is a very specific pose, guys. In case you didn't recognize. Oh. Unless you pose like this, you cannot operate this. Operate the machinery. Oh, you know what you could do here? You could just use IK to anchor and then adjust the body and all that. You know, so it's just she's not breaking her arms to do it. Just get in the just right pose. You know, I mean, what kind of design is that? Like you have to get your arms just right. You know, like porridge or something, like 3 bears. Just right. This would be like really dangerous. Like if you had to pose, if you had a mech, right? Like, I mean, any kind of like mobile suit could potentially be dangerous, especially if it's like partly AI controlled and that kind of thing. Like, and your limbs are in there. Like, anything goes wrong, like you could like, you know, you could damage yourself. You damage your limbs. You could get a broken leg, broken arm. I think that's wrong there though. So that slightly, it's a really stupid pose there, but you're gonna have to make this work. Normal gimbal. Yeah, so I hate how her wrist looks in there, but it's all good. It's not about how her wrist looks, it's about her getting into the suit. Okay, let's come out of wireframe. Do Shift Z. Well, look at that. We got her arms in there. She's not comfortable at all. This is not this is not a thing, but we could adjust the rest of her body to go back. So I think like what I gotta do is add an effector right here just so that we could get that happening. So let's see if we could do that. Come here. Oh, what I mean is just, you know, add like a null. Okay, let's come in here. Let's go back to pose mode and come on, Blender, Shift. You know, put cursor right there. There we go. And we're just gonna move her back just so that she move her body back a bit just so that she fits in here properly without looking so dumb. Okay. Okay, so this is the end effector. We're gonna do an IK. Can't you just insert an IK like, can you just make that an IK like that? Or do you have to add it to the inverse kinematics? Add IK to bone. To active bone, yes. Okay, so to fix that, you need like the lens or something like that. Okay, stretch, stiffness, inverse kinematics. Hold on, guys. It's in. Isn't it a constraint? They kind of changed things wrong in Blender a little bit. Just trying to find it right now. Of course, if anybody out there knows where some of the stuff I'm looking for, just please feel free to say. I used to have something called lens. It needs to come up to this point here. That's basically what's happening. Where's the IK stuff? IK stretch. Yeah, that's definitely not it, right? I may have to look this up. I don't know where to put it. Everything has changed. Hold on. It's like chain or something. Yeah, chain length. Where is that? Where is that? Where did they hide it? I see all these other things except for the chain length. That's what we want. Add bone constraint IK. I literally added it in here. Hold on. Am I in the wrong mode? Is that what it is? I don't think so. Okay. It should be in this mode, and there's no IK in here. Whatever. Okay, I'm actually gonna find it. Oh, they moved it around. Where is that? Where is it? Where is it? Where? Old Coast. I know where it is in the old Blender. It's just a new one. Ah, here we go. Hey. All right. I'm not seeing the constraint. It's not there. It's supposed to be in here. That's what I thought. So what is this thing? What? Oh, here it is. It was all the way to the bottom, guys. I wasn't seeing it. Okay, my bad. Okay, here we go. That's better. Why did that flip though? That's odd. Okay, I think it wants the empty. Oh, that's the pole thing. It's real bad. Supposed to be like the end effector or something. Target. Nope. Target empty. There we go. Alright, yeah, that's just so that you know, if anybody knows what was just happening. It's basic IK setup. And we could go into that a little bit. Let me just get this going, and I'll talk about how to set up IK for things like arms and stuff like that in a minute. Oh, this messed the hand up though. This messed this hand up. We're gonna have to get this arm back in action. Okay. Let's select this. I'm gonna put a cursor there. I'm gonna come out of pose mode. I think there's like a shortcut to come out of pose mode. I think it's like Control Tab or something. Yeah, there you go. I just said it. There we go. So Control Tab, and I'm gonna go ahead and add another empty on here. And then I'm gonna do select the bone again, do Control Tab, go back into pose mode, and basically what you want is to select this, and you want to add IK. I think that might be Control I, but it's all good, guys. You could go up here into pose and go IK kinematics, Shift I, and add the IK to a new empty object just do without target for now, and you want to change the chain length here in IK to 2, right? And then for the target we want the new empty. So now what happens is when we move this empty, let's go back out into edit mode, not edit mode, sorry, object mode, and if you select this empty and move it, the hand will move, kind of like what you would expect from like a puppet or like a person or whatever it is. Right? We want to put the hand where it's supposed to be. And the reason why I wanted to do this is just so that we could lock the character off. So I'm just gonna take a look here and try to line up what this should be. Kind of mirror it a little bit. Okay. And let's go to the side view. And let's do a quick wireframe, Shift Z. Let's see if I can actually line up the hands with the other hands. There we go. All right. So the good thing about this is technically, if we move, let's go pose and we move the body. Select that. Let's move the body back. Yeah, the arms is going to stay like that, and that's what we wanted. At least that's what I wanted, so that she's not unnaturally in here. Okay, so this is a better operating, right? And then there you could add another empty for the pulls, and that's like how her arm rotates. Right here, so you could do that. I'm just going to select this. I'm going to go Shift S, add cursor to selected. Let's do this one here. Shift S, cursor selected right there, and we're going to add a pole right there, a pole bone. And we could change these empties because right now they're just kind of crazy right now. So I'm going to go Control Tab out of here, and I'm going to select this and just change this so that it's not so much in our face. Let's go 0.1. That's not bad. And you could actually tell this empty to be visible on top of everything. So let's go in front, so we could pick it, and then come here, do the same thing in front, and let's put this 0.1 as a scale. Okay. All right. So we're gonna add another empty by the elbow, and that's gonna be the pole, which allows you to rotate the elbow and that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and press Shift A and empty, And we could pick different empties. We don't have to go with the axis. We could go with a cube. And the cube is huge, right? So we'll go 0.1 on that bad boy. Probably even less than that, 0.05. Alright, and I want that cube to be in front. So I'm just gonna go ahead here in the display and tell it to be in front so we could always see it. And same thing with this guy here on the side. I'm gonna go here, select this guy, Shift S, put a cursor there. Control tab. Okay, so I'm gonna select this cube here. I'm gonna duplicate it. Alright, I'm gonna tell it to go by that by this point right here. And Shift S. Alright, selection to cursor. There we go. So we have the pole objects now. I'm gonna select this back, go back into pose mode, select the bone with the IK on there, and I'm gonna tell it that the pole object is this box. So go back here on the constraint, and it says pole object, and you can use this little sucker tool, and you can suck up the empty. So right there, it's that. I don't know why it's rotated like that. It's all good. Let's see, weight, rotation, pole angle. Okay, so we could rotate that back. Minus 90. See what that does. Yeah, that's better. Let's do the same thing with this one. Select that. Let's select this here for the pole object, and for the angle, let's go 90 in this one. Probably minus 90. 90. Okay. Alright, so these are good to go. So what that does now, so if we go into object mode and we select this pole object here, we could rotate the, you know, by her. And this is also good for knees also, you know, if you want to do knees. That's how you do it. Okay, she's been pushed back up again. What we really need to be doing right now is just to be laying on keyframes, and let's start doing that. I'm going to turn automatic keyframe on, so I'm just going to do another split right here and come up in there and turn this into the timeline. Right, I'm going to turn that automatic on, and it's going to be add replace, keying. We're going to tell it what we want it to key. Key sets. We're gonna do location and rotation. Alright. Okay. Let's go into pose mode. Let's get this going. Let's get this going. Pull her back out. Yeah, like that. But she doesn't need to be crazy up in there. That's good enough. Yeah. It's kind of protected in there a bit. Okay, I'm going to select these bones. I'm going to do that rotation thing. I don't want gimbal, I want normal. Let's rotate that. Oh, probably not. Let's see. Oh, gimbal give you a different result. That's interesting. Local. Local is better. Okay, we're laying keyframes down as we do this, which is a good thing. I think I just want to rotate this back out. Right. Alright, so this is where the controls are happening. Okay, now we could get to rotate the rest of our body, and it should all work, guys. Let's go. Fine, and we need a pad there for the foot. We're gonna model all that. Can't wait to model the inside of this thing. Alright. Just give it a little bit of rotation like this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I feel some cheating coming on. Are we gonna break her? Me's like, oh no, we can't do that. Let's not break it. Let's get a little something. Alright. It's a little something. Just flatten the feet out. Just rotate it a bit. This is what that pad I was talking about is probably gonna be. Alright, she's in there. I wonder if I rotate here, what happens? Okay, rotate it forward a bit. Alright, so probably maybe there's a seat in here for her to like sit down snugly. You know, but we're gonna design all that. I think we're looking a little more forward. What if I rotate this? Let's continue to give her like a little more of a relaxed pose in here. Okay, that's a little more relaxed. This beat is hot. Not because I made it, but I like this beat. Oh, hey, hello. Am I familiar with making animation in Blender? Yes, yes, I am. You know, that's what we're doing. You know, well, part of this is animation right now. How are you doing? Can I call you can I call you Paddy Sir? Is that how I pronounce your name? You could use X Nikki to talk to me also. That the little the bear right here. The bear right that you're seeing over there, you could use her to talk also. She has a text to speech. And yes, I do know how to do animations in Blender. Are you interested in doing animations in Blender? Are you trying to learn? Her arms need to I need to redo her weight painting. I just typed to you there just in case if you weren't seeing. I don't like how upper body is, but that needs to be re-weight painted. You know, we need to paint the weights differently up there. Okay, so this is good. The controls are in the arm. We could do like the sponge thing that comes down and hugs her arms, so we don't have to show a bunch of stuff. Alright, this is a display, right? And different things could be for different. And this could be a seat in here, and this is a foot thing here. There should be something around her knees as this. Well, the knees bend here, so that's cool. Yeah, this will be really odd for her if this thing start moving. Because this thing, alright, let me think about it. This thing bends like right here, so it probably bends by her knees maybe. That'll probably hurt a lot. Let's see, let's go, can I get the exterior happening here? Okay. Let's hide certain parts now. Let's hide, oh, let's hide this. Okay, this is kind of what it wants to be right here. Okay, I gotta freeze all these bone things, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's select everything. Oh, just the bones. Object mode, edit mode, edit pose. And let's insert the keyframe. Padessa. Yeah, I think that's your name, right? I'll call you Padessa. Well, thanks for joining, Padessa. And yes, I do. Yeah, I'm familiar with making animations in Blender. Yes, I am. So this is the pilot pose. Okay, now I could turn the auto keyframe off because, you know, I think it should have everything. I'm going to delete these extra boxes and these control objects, like all these empties, and everything should work. Whoa, Padessa, you printed a book? Let me see what you say. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Okay, Padessa. Okay, cool. I'm making a fox model and working on a dancing animation. Wow, that song's awesome. But I haven't added any keyframes to the tail yet. Okay, and I was planning to animate the tail at the end. That makes sense, but it's really hard because the tail doesn't move the way I want it. I tried to make it sway behind the body, but it keeps swaying forward and clipping through the body. Okay, could you maybe show me just briefly how to handle this? I can share my files with you. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, so that's a whole thing. And just to let you know. Hold on. Give me a second here. And for anybody else, you know, that wants to know, the tail is considered like a secondary thing, right? So people, you could animate it by hand, but a lot of people rig the tail so you don't have to animate it by hand, and the tail just kind of follows and swivels, right? So that's a whole thing. I don't know how to do tails off the top of my head, but I could point you to where to look to get it done. So what you could do, Pattis, is join our Discord. So on our Discord, there's a lot of like people who are much more talented than I am. There's a whole bunch of us. So if you go to Discord, do XSI Nick, or if you go to the about on my about page here on Twitch, you'll see a link to the Discord. And if you go on there, there's people in there that could help you. What I would also do, I would also look into it, and I would send you information on that. So it's like a secondary animation thing. There's different ways to do it. Another way to do it is by having what they call I don't know exactly the terminology in Blender, but it's kind of like a lazy bone. So if you animate like the character walking, the other bones would react to that, and like the bones in the joints would move slowly, behind it. So it's kind of like they have different names for it. I'll look it up in a minute. Let me just let me do this part here, and we'll take a look right now. Okay, so we'll take a look. Yeah, but that's good stuff though. So okay, I select everything right here. Make sure and press I. Okay, and then I'm gonna come out of here. Actually, let's select this and remove the IK. When I removed the IK, the bone went down. No, hold on. Okay, so I think I had visually, what they call visually lock it in. So there's a thing for that. So pose, apply a visual transform to pose. Bam, that's what I want. Right? Let's do this. Replace keyframe. Place keyframe. Okay. Turn that off. I think that this is gonna work. Okay. Let's go ahead and remove the IK now. Yeah, boy, we got it. It's sticky. It's not moving. Okay, so let's go in here. Select that. Remove the IK. All right. So now that the IK is removed, I could go into object mode and remove all the empties. What's going on here? Okay. Bam. Okay, so she's locked in. We got a pose. And it's not perfect, right? I gotta fix the armpits and all that, but she's there. And let's go back to this back piece here, and let's fix this. I'm gonna go back and put this into solid. I'm gonna hide it. Right. So basically, this is what we're looking at here. Alrighty. Gonna go ahead and save, and let's look into that lazy bone thing. It's like secondary bones, right? It's secondary bones, that's what it is. Actually, I was looking into something like that for secondary animations. I tried to upload the file to your Discord, but it's a bit too large, so it didn't work. Okay. Could you maybe share an email or suggest another way? Did you zip it? What's the size of your file? I know there was a site that Blender used to have called Paste It All. Well, not Blender, but I think it's an open source site called Paste It All, where you could upload files and other people could download them, and it's really quick. I think it's called Paste All or something. I'm not sure if it's still around. Oh, Paste All is retiring. Yeah, it was a Blender thing. Oh man, Paste All was so cool. So this was, yeah, Paste All was cool. You could go there and you could upload your file like no problem, and it would get rid of the file after a while. No more Paste All. Good alternatives. Got it. Oh yeah. I use Linux, so we paste, if you paste stuff as a tar file, it's even smaller, or you could do a RAR, or you could do a zip. Either one, it's all good. See if that works. I'm not sure like how big your file is, but that might work. Also in Blender, you got to be careful. Like Blender, stores a lot of stuff. I don't know if you know about that, but you gotta be able to go through Blender and delete things. Like look at I have like this thing that in Blender where you can look inside the Blender file, and then you could go ahead, like I have extra like stuff that Blender created that it could delete that you don't need, like that. Okay, so we got a pilot pose here. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna save the pilot pose. I'm gonna make the pilot pose. I'm gonna make it an asset. Right, so this is a pilot pose. I'm gonna select her, and I'm gonna use her as the icon for the pilot pose. There we go. So that's the pilot pose right there. So technically, if I select the bones of her, I could click here. No, what happened here? What's going on? Is it because these are selected in there? Okay, deselect. Whew, I was like, what? Okay, there we go. Okay, so she's in a regular pose here. She's in a fancy pose where she poses inside of the suit. That's good. That's good. That's what we like. Right? Even this needs to be slid around. We need to update this. Okay, let's see if we could update that part there. Okay, let's go into pose mode. I'm gonna select that. Let's go fancy. This is a fancy pose. Okay, let's update this fancy pose. Yep, no, don't do that, Nick, don't do that. Control Z, okay. Yeah, let me know when you got it uploaded, and I'll take a look. Gonna rotate. Oh, I got X mirror on. Let's not do that. Okay, that like that. Let's bend her knee a little bit. Let's give her a little more fancy. Let's give her a fancier pose. Local. So let's break her like this a little bit. A little bit of that. It'll breaking a leg, violating all the laws of anatomy. just for the sake of something looking cool. Hey, it is what it is. Alright, so that's the new fancy pose. Okay, let's go ahead and select all this. I'm gonna reinsert a keyframe, and go here. I'm gonna unmark it as an asset, clear asset, and I'm just gonna mark it back. And I'm gonna tell it to be an asset now, just to make sure. Mark as asset. Alright, so this is a new fancy pose here. Let's go here. Let's come in here. And I'm going to tell this to render active like that. Okay, so we got a new fancy pose. Yeah, boy. I mean, we could technically try to take a look at what this stuff looks like. I'm just going to go ahead and save this. Well, let's cycle through the different poses just to make sure everything is all good. Fancy pose. Pilot pose. The pilot pose! What's going on here? No! Why is her arms down? What happened? Did we not apply rotations to all these things? I just have to rotate it up, you know. Enough crying. I'm not gonna cry anymore, guys. There we go. Oh, is it uploading? That's what that is. Compressing the file didn't work either, so I used this site called WeTransfer to send it. Okay. Yeah, let's put, you know, let me check. How big is your file, dude? Hey, we're gonna say hello to you. Okay, so yeah, whenever you're ready, just send me the link and I'll go check it out. I'll go download it. Okay, so okay, I think I'm back in action, guys. I don't know what happened there. No, I'm not back in action. What's going on with this thing? Why did the arm not do? Oh, you know probably why I probably didn't replace the pilot pose. That's why. Well, something like that. No. This is what happens, guys. This is part of the whole thing. Oh, to your art? Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, seems like it's downloading. Well, it's not downloading, it's just heading there. Okay, let's download that. How big is this file? Well, that file isn't very big. It's 15 megabytes. Yeah, I guess, you know, Discord don't support 15 megabytes of stuff. Okay. Alright, I'll check it out in a minute. I'll check it out in a second. Let me just get this pose here back. I don't understand what happened here. Hold on. Let's hear the exterior. I had everything working. Tell me why that is not working no more. Okay, I think I might be back in the ballpark here. Okay. Okay, her hands are in where it's supposed to be. Somewhat. So that's we're gonna roll with this. I'm not gonna be overly picky. Okay. Select that. Insert keyframes. Voila. We're gonna redo the pilot pose. This what? No way. Aha. Got it. Okay. All right, I believe I got it now. Pilot pose. Okay, let's deselect all that. Let's see. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we select that. Pilot pose. Come on, you. Rest pose, very good. Is that fancy? No, fancy is supposed to be this. This is stupid. Whatever. I don't understand. Okay, pilot pose is this. I'm gonna add. It's okay, we don't need a fancy pose, but it's a good idea. I could just grab it back from the other file. It's all good. Make loop. Let's go here. Make asset. All right, there we go. Finally, I finally really. Funny how even people who are good at Blender often say, "Why isn't this working?" Yeah, I say that a lot on here. Not only for Blender, for everything. My friend who's been using Blender for 6 years say that all the time. Yeah. I've been using Blender for a little longer than 6 years. Well, you know, a lot longer than 6 years. But you know, I say it all the time. Like, completely. Yeah. Your friend is right. Why isn't this working? It's working. It's just you know, you just gotta keep track of what you're doing in Blender. All right. Okay. So. Okay. Let me get this. Let me get this finally in here. Okay. Right. So we got the poses now. Okay. So this here fancy pose is messed up. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Yeah, that's messed up. So I don't know why it's messed up, but it's so stupid. But whatever. I'm not gonna give it a time of day. Okay, so rest pose, pilot pose. There you go. That's it. The fancy pose was cool, but we can always get that from another file. It's all good. Not gonna get bent out of shape over it. Save. These are the two most important poses. And I'm gonna select this and hide this for a minute just to see what she looks like in here. Yep, she looks odd. But she's in a rested position. It's not too crazy. Her arms are not overly broken, which is good. Yeah. And obviously this has got to be fixed up using you could fix that up using a weight painting, right? So you got a weight paint and you have all this sort of stuff. I think you're supposed to be able to, can you like, is it shift and click or control and click? Oh, control right click, control. You should be able to select these stupid bones. These stupid bones. Hold on here. Sorry guys. Don't mean to come across flustered, but okay, check this out. So I'm totally going to let's get those bones happening here real quick. And we're going to take a look at the Fox file. Wait a minute, where did it go? Oh yeah, I transferred it. Okay, it's right there. I'm gonna extrude. I'll extract it in a minute. Okay, here's the weight paint, right? So that should be a left arm or something. Yeah, you know, could. So this is what is going on here. This should not be like this, right? And this was just put in there just as a thing. Right? It just needs to be more like that. And we could view this. Oh. If you would like that too. Okay. What's going on here? I mean, should that be? Nah, it's doing. Okay. Alright, that's something I'm gonna have to deal with some other time. I'm gonna have to do that some other time. That's not. I'm not gonna deal with that right now. Let's check out that Fox file. That Podessa just sent me. Oops. There we go. Okay, just want to come out of that mode for a minute. Okay, back in here. She's doing the funky chicken. Okay, let's get. I'm just gonna unhide this for a minute. Interior. This is also the inside part here. Okay, interior back. Okay, so these here we need some apparatus happening. So I'm just gonna go ahead and save. Alright guys, so we're getting somewhere. Let's take a look at that file. I'm gonna close this. Alright, and I'm just gonna do a search for Blender Lazy Bones. So that's kind of what we want to do. And this is the reason why I'm not just giving Podessa, our new friend here, a new follower, Podessa. We appreciate you. Here on the Exercising Show, and thanks for being part of our community. The reason why I'm not just going to send you a link because I want to learn also, because I've been looking into it and how to do secondary animations for things like weapons, and Tails is kind of almost along the same lines. Also, Tails is more about rotations. Most animations about rotations and that kind of thing. So let's see here. All right. I'm just going to do a search for so let's do Blender, search for Blender. And if Blender doesn't need any results, we'll just search for other things. I think the reason why I say Lazy Bones is because XSI, Soft Image XSI, which is where my name is from, use something called Lazy Bones. I think that's the name of it. Lazy Bones add-on. Somebody made an add-on that does that, but I'm pretty sure Blender you could rig it to do that. So as you could see, it's good for like dogs, tentacles, tails. I think that's where you're coming from, and it should do it somewhat automatic, and some really good Lazy Bones may allow you to do it manual. Okay, so let's extract this file here. I'm just gonna bring this down here. Okay, that's the file. I'll make a folder with your name in there. Podessa. Okay, so Podessa. Oh, and put this in here too. Okay, let's open this. Open with Blender. Oh wow, I love it already. Your little foxy character. That's so cool. You have any animations already? Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, very good. I like it. Okay, so let's see here. You have any textures on here? Just wondering. Okay, I find it really funny. I find it really funny how even people who are good at yeah, you already said that before. Okay, alright, so yeah, I thought it was something new you posted. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. I don't think spacebar is play anymore. Is it all spacebar to play now? Shift spacebar maybe? Is it Alt A? Nope. Shift A maybe to play. Nope. Alt A. We need the control, the time controls. You got your original file. Here we go. Oh, it's a whole dance. I like the dance. This is so cool. Okay, so you want the... Yeah, I see what you're trying to do now. So you want the tail to kind of move with the... Ah, okay, so yeah, lazy bone should be the thing. Okay, let's see. Okay, I see what you want now. You want the tail to automatically move with the... To move in like a secondary motion. Okay, so there's several ways that people tackle this. One way is to actually... Some people use... Hold on here. Why is this banging in my ears? Some people actually use like a simulation, like cloth simulation, to get the tail to do that, but they stiffen it a little bit, right? And then you could have the bone, attach the bones to it, to the cloth simulation, and then bake that animation into the bones, and you could get realistic. Kind of like a wave of the tail and all that using cloth, right? People do that, right? But let's see what they have. Let's see what they have here. I put boons. It's not boons. Lazy boons. I put secondary animation. Okay, let's see here. See, like the squid is like definitely... That is definitely a lazy... Is this add-on free? Non-destructive secondary motion animation. Add-on review, lazy bones, rigging with auto secondary animation. Okay, let's check this out. So I'm trying to do the basic Blender thing, not a plugin, right? So obviously there's a plugin out there, probably several plugins out there for this. Let's see what this person says. Sometimes old Blender post points you out in the right direction. Help would appreciate it. Thank you. Adding soft body motion to your rigged characters. That's kind of what you want right there. Okay, let me see if this link's still alive. It doesn't look so, but let's see here. Soft body animation. If you really want to, if you want to have that turned on and off, you animate the influence resulting in the soft body. Okay, so if you want to have that turn off, on and off, you animate the influence of the soft body modifier. Okay, so it's Blender 2.5, floppy, and somebody provided a file here, floppy Blender. Thanks for the help. After examining the demo, I tried a little test to see how the soft body mesh would handle any parent errors. You should get one. Yeah, it's like, apparently it's a plugin. So let's just look at the plugin. The plugin probably does what you want it to do, right? So if you take a look at let's take a look at the video for it. Ads. Hold on, guys. This let the ads play. How many Wix ads do we need before we know Wix is the... Okay. So this is by Blue Nile 3D. Oh wow. Let's take a look at this. A default cube. Okay, whatever. Oh, it's a whole thing. It's not just... Whoa. Wow, it's a really deep plugin. Let's see the results on this. So you could do this to the tail then. Yeah, isn't there a lazy effector in Blender? Okay, I'm just getting an idea here. Hold on, wait a minute. There's a constraint that does like lazy stuff. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm gonna add some empties here and just see something for a minute. I think should be an easy way to do this. Hold on. Okay, let's put that back there. Okay, let's see here. Let's add a constraint. Isn't it the position constraint? Copy location constraint. I think that's what it is. So let's come here. And there's copy rotation, right? So copy location of this object, right? And then there should be, there's an offset. So I want to keep the offset. And then you have the influence. Oh, let's turn the offset off. Let's turn the influence down a bit. Okay, that's original position. This is not ideal though. Let's just say this. The influence is 0.5 on that. And here, copy constraint, copy location. Right, and let's say the influence is 0.3. I mean, why isn't this back in its original position? I mean, this wouldn't be able to move if I just do that. Right, 0.3. Let's put an offset on it. Target space owner world space. Target space to target to evaluate. If you go local space, target world. Okay, that puts it back in its original position, which is what I want. Custom space. I'm not sure what that is. Object. Okay, so you have to play around with this a little bit. Okay, let's put this back. Let's go back into our world space here. Go back into world space. Alright, so basically what you're trying to do is to try to do this, right? When it moves, you want it to move. You want these things to move slowly. Go up, goes down. I think it also does rotation. Hold on. And you can restrict the axis also. Let's go influence 100. Let's remove that offset. Let's maybe influence a little less. And can I move this? Yeah, I can move that. Hold on. Yeah, this is too direct. Yeah, this is not going. Yeah, this is not giving that result. But anyways, it was an idea. Anyway, let's go back to this. Did I skip the results on this? I think he showed the results at the beginning. Like it really goes into like what it. Yeah, like you know, it moves, right? It jiggles, right? And that's what it's gonna do. Let's look for a better. Uh, let's look for a different one. You know, people did using it over here. A dog, of course, with a tail. Somebody's reviewing it. Is this CG Cookie? Nope. Some other person is reviewing this. Hold on. This is ridiculous. I mean, Blender should have a thing where the bone chain is less affected. I mean, push come to shove, you could use an IK. You know, it's not the best, right? But let's just make another bone here. Let's pretend this is a tail. Oh, you know what? Let's just use your tail. Right? I mean, push come to shove, you could use an IK on it, and that'll work. Kinda. So, like, say I come over here, and let's just do this. Let's just add that to there. Oh, come on. Right? Go object mode. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do that again. Let's go into pose mode. Okay, let's add this. Anyways, I think that's fine. Whatever. Okay, so we're gonna come here and I'm gonna add an empty. This is not ideal, but it should get you going with your tail. So I'm gonna add that there. I'm gonna change. Let's just change this to a little box. Cube. Alright, let's add an IK to this. Alright, so go in here, pose mode. Right, so this, I have this bone selected. I'm gonna add an IK. So it's let's go here, up into pose and do inverse kinematics. Add IK to bone. Right. Let's do without target for now. Right. So it's gonna go all the way down to like your root thing, but we only want it up to like the back of the tail right here. So have that selected. I'm going to go right here in this little blue icon down there. It's called the bone constraint, and I'm gonna do the chain length. Oh, chain length 1. How many chains? 1, 2, 3. So 3. Right, and then we're gonna make the target this. Right. And maybe this could be the lazy constraint, right? Let's come here. So if I select this now, it should kind of move your tail, kinda, right? But I'm gonna add 4 to that because I think 3 is not enough. Okay, let's add 4. So the chain length is 4. So that should be the whole tail. Right. What's that? Yeah, for sure. Tails are all about rigging. All about rigging. And what you might want for your tail here is also a pole object. Alright, that's kind of what I was doing with my character. Okay. So what you want to do is to have this lazily follow what your main bone is doing. So I don't know where your main bone is. I'm thinking this bone here maybe. So let's go into, I think this is your main one. So if I take this and I move it, yeah, everything moves. Right. I don't know if that, let's do an animation. Let's see animation. Right. So yeah, so when that main thing moves and that kind of thing, or you could do it with your send this bone here. So that bone kind of wiggles. Let's use that one. All right. So you might want to, what's the name of this bone here? This is called spine. That's called spine 1. Okay, so let's go back to the box. Let's go here. Alright, and I'm gonna do that. Remember that constraint we use to follow? I don't think it's the best. Copy transforms. Let's see if this works. And there is an influence on there. So the copy transforms, target object. Okay, the copy transform is going to be this object. It's going to pose mode. I'm going to select that bone just in case if it detects the bone. Let's see if it does. It might not. Armature. Oh yeah, look, it has the bone right here. Oh, look, the tail wants to go to the bone immediately. So I'm gonna select the spine. It goes up into the spine. Too much. Let's see here. Head tail. Okay, what is this? Spine. Okay. Okay. Mix, replace. Okay. So these are the different things. Target. Right. The target is I want to target local maybe. Pose space. Alright. You know what? I'm not gonna mess with that for now. Let's go back. If I turn the influence down, it's gonna go back. So there's slight influence from that. Right? But it's not completely following it as yet. What I could do is that I could now parent this maybe to that. So we're doing a lot of parenting here. Let's parent it to this main bone here. Let's see if that works. It might cause a loop dependency or something. So I'm just gonna come in here, pose mode. So okay, so I select that main bone there, and let's come here, select that, and let's parent that box to this. Let's see if that works. Okay, so I'm gonna Control P. Right now I want to do it to the bone, so it's parented. So whenever the character moves, it moves along with the tail moves too. But then there's a slight, okay. And then you should still be able to move the tail, whatever it is. Like do something like that, like a rotation. You could also, what you could do too, you could set up, like you could rig like like you could rig different things in here. You could put like a circle where it goes like this, and a circle where it goes like that, and then you could just control the influence of those things also, where it constantly rotates. I don't know what effect you're trying to get with the tail, but let's see here. Alright, so it's slightly moving because of having it parent to that. I would like the influence to be more, but I would still like it to be right here. I'm not sure exactly how to do that. Hold on, let's see. Let's see. Replace before original, after original. Okay, these are things that you have to look through here. Remove target share. I'm not sure what that is. What is this? Remove target share from the target transform before combining. okay, whatever that means. If I bring this a little closer, it's gonna share more of what that is doing. Hold on, let's see. Owner. Target is world space. Owner is local. No? Let's go world. Target. Local space. Oh, that's not bad. Let's see the whole animation here. Owner local. World. Yeah, no. There's a slight movement, but it's just kind of like. What happened if. Let's see, there's no offset here. Let's up the length of the bone. Let's leave that there. Oh, you have motion blur in this? Okay. I like your corrector, man. Like this is great. Good work. Good work. Yeah, good work for sure. Oh, should I look at your wireframe? Should I look at your wireframe? Uh-oh. Oh, not bad, yeah. Not bad. It's good stuff, man. Definitely. Yeah, the tail is kind of moving, right? I think it could have more wiggle to it, but you know you could animate it. All right, I'll show you something, right? So like, so we got that there, right? So we got that little motion. If you want like kind of like you know, I mean this is not perfect. Let's see, got that. You know, I'm not sure if it's still gonna continuously be moving, but let's go like 0.5 on that influence. Just leave that like that. Play that. See. Dun, 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 dun. Now you gotta slide something. Yeah, you would want to animate that, and all you have to do is animate that box. But also, what you could do here, let's see if we can get like another motion happening here. Let's go here. Let's move the 3D cursor to where that box is right there. And this is not perfect, right? So you know, if you want, you could look at other. So the tails wag from side to side, right? Let's see. I'm just gonna hold it and see. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your horses. Let's see. Okay. So maybe something like that. So let's rotate this. Rotate X 90. Give it a little slight side by side motion. Let's bring it back in here and let's Scale this, scale Z, make it like that, slightly oval. Alright, let's see if we could get this to work. Not sure. Don't quote me on it. Alright. In theory, this should work, but sometimes, as you know, things in Blender don't always pan out that way. Oh, let's see here. Okay, so with another constraint. Follow path. I think this might work. It's like Bezier circle. Okay, it looked like it's doing something. Let's see. I just wanna. Let's go back in here. Okay, so that's a path. I'm gonna turn off the copy transforms here for a minute. I'm just gonna merge this. I mean, I'm gonna parent this to the armature. Okay. That should move like that. Follow curve. Oh boy. Anywho's, there's a way you could have this go in a loop constantly around here. Hold on. Oh yeah, there you go. Offset. My bad. Right? And that'll give you like a kind of motion. Okay, so let's go 0 in that. Let's just not do anything and see if it'll just follow it. Why isn't this going off? I'm just going to remove this copy location for a minute. Let's go back. So maybe what it wants to do, it wants to parent on here. So I'm going to remove the parent off this. Okay, parent. Okay. Perfect. It's not going anywhere. This here is parented to. This should be parented to that. Why isn't this moving? Oh, wait a minute. It's because it's not parented to the bone. That's why. Okay, my bad. I got it now. Okay, so let's come here. Let's clear the parents off of this. Alt P. Clear parent. Let's go here and make sure I'm parented to the bone. Edit pose. Okay, that's there. Okay. This is what we're doing. Gonna select that there. P. Parent to bone. So when the bone moves, yep, this whole thing moves. Okay, perfect. Okay. Woo! This is my low-tech way of trying to get maybe what you want. Okay, so we're gonna loop this here. So I'm gonna insert a keyframe here. Let's do like, you know, just pick like a real nice rotation. Maybe 40 might be annoying. Go like that. It's 360, right? Or 100. 100. Okay, comes back to original. Insert keyframe, and then we want to like just loop this. Add a modifier. Let's see here. So in order to add like a constant looping modifier on this, what you do is you come here and under the curve editor. Are you using the curve editor? Curve editor is pretty nice. So what I would do, I'd come here and go. It's not really curve editor. It's called a graph editor, right? Animation graph editor. It looks like you may be using it. I think you have to come into modifiers here, and you go. It may be on the cycles. Repeat motion. Yeah. So yeah, it's repeating, right? Or mine's maybe you know, if it's too much, you just have to. Let's come here. Let's play this. Right, mine's a little bit much, right? So, you know, you probably go like 100, so it's slower. Anyways, there's different things you could do. So you got that, then you could actually animate it, you know, however you want. Yeah, but the key is this, you know, having this IK. I don't know why that is. Why isn't that like that? Anyways, yeah. So that's it. Let's see what's in your Blender file. Maybe it could be slimmed down and I could send this back to you. Would you like that? Would you like me to send this back to you? Okay, I think I can do well if I apply the method you showed me. Thank you for teaching me. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And you could always this video will be uploaded, and you could always rewind the video and check it out and pause it and kind of see what I did. Do you want me to send you this file back? Or are you good with what you have there? Oh, your file looks pretty clean. You got 5 materials in here though. You really appreciate that? Okay, why do you have 5 materials in here? Let's see if I could make the file smaller. I don't think this file should be this big. Slot 3. You got two Fox materials in here. Oh, it's for the eyes maybe, the color, the eyebrows. Okay, I see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That material is just a waste material. Let's delete that. Oh, that's the main material. I deleted it. Z. Okay, brought it back. Woo! Okay, let's just leave it. I think maybe it's big because of all the animation. Oh, there's another armature in here? Okay. I'll leave his stuff. So if we was to hide all this, what would that dance look like? Oh, you have it on transparency. That's cool. Just hide all this stuff. Can we view this dance? I don't know, guys. Let's see. We need music for this. Hold on. Let's get some music. I don't know if this is the music you're thinking, but I like the head flip back. Yeah, this is so cool. What do you think, X-Nikki? You got a competition here, X-Nikki. You can't even dance.
Wow!
And the tail is moving a little bit. We have it on a slight rotate. Ah, yeah. Hey, good work, man. Podessa, good work. Okay, let's get this to ya. Start doing some camera motions here. Okay, enough fun there. Thank you for sharing. Okay, guys. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna get this file to my new friend here, Podessa. And I got a bunch of things to do today, guys. It was a lot of fun. We were able to jump in and pose a character to start modeling the interior of that modal suit that we're working on. And and Podessa, just so that you know, I'm gonna continue to look for ways where Blender you could actually do like secondary motion, because what I showed you there is kind of like my jerry-rigged way. It's not the perfect way. We're gonna look for the perfect way, because I gotta use it for some of the characters I have. Can't stop laughing. yeah. Well, X-Nikki laughs pretty good. X-Nikki, you laugh. Let's hear her. She laughs too. You see? That's how she laughs. That's so cool. Alright, guys, I'll see you guys in a little bit. God bless you. And yeah, remember, keep your creativity up and that kind of thing, and do the things you love and that kind of thing, and feel free to share. This is about you, even though it's called the Exercising Show, it's all about the community and all about you guys. And we could share and share our passion for creating cool stuff. I'll see you guys later. God bless. Bye bye. Oh yeah, and stick around if you want to see some animations that inspire me. I actually played some of those things in the end. Oh yeah, if you're on YouTube, subscribe. And if you're on Twitch, follow, and anywhere else, follow and subscribe. Bye bye.
Interesting. Just look at that.